Hey, you guys, ladies, good morning. Welcome to our 5-day Mama Love workshop. I am Wendy Bankhead. In case you don't know me, I know a lot of you do, but I've seen some new names come in, and I'm so excited about that because I just think that we kind of need to start a movement as moms, as women, to spread more love within our community, like our community of women. I just feel like sometimes life can get you down. The world out there is crazy. Like, you can let so much fear in, and sometimes women aren't that nice to each other. And I just want to perpetuate paying forward love and self-acceptance and confidence to all the moms and the women out there. So thank you, first of all, for being a part of this group. Good morning, Ashley. Thank you so much for being a part of this group. I am so excited. It's been on my mind for a long time to do something like this, and it was just kind of like yesterday, it all came together, and I was like, yes, this is exactly what I need to do. Isn't it funny how you just like get that sign from the universe or whatever that this is how you're supposed to do it, and this is what you're supposed to do? And I just am really excited to have this group of ladies in here together. So welcome, first of all. I want to kind of jump in and tell you just a little bit about my backstory so you know where I'm coming from. I've just always struggled with my weight and my confidence. It seems to go together, right? Like all my life, just ups and downs. And I had acne really bad, like in high school. And I did things in high school to fit in. And it was weird. It was just kind of high school was a great time. I had a great time. But I mean, there just were those ups and downs. And I just, had a few issues there. But then what really started crazy happening for me, and like my big dip, was after I became a mom. And I feel like we have these expectations when we become mothers, what society tells us it's going to be like, and maybe just whatever the perception, wherever that comes from, that once you have a baby, you're going to be like, it's going to be just beautiful, and you're going to be so happy, and the world's just perfect. And that shiz hit me like a ton of bricks. When I had my first daughter, I was thrown for a loop, or 5 or 10. I struggled a lot with it, and it was very hard for me to even admit that I was struggling because I'm supposed to be so elated. I'm a new mom, and I just had a baby, and I just found that I wasn't on that cloud 9. I mean, you're sleep deprived, you're trying to nurse. I had an emergency C-section. It was painful recovery, and it was really hard for me. It was hard for my self-confidence. It was hard on my husband and my relationship a little bit. It was stressful, and I feel like it took me some months, a year really, to kind of figure out how to come out of that. And I want to just share some things that I've done over the years and tried to do consistently that have just helped me kind of regain myself, feel back to Wendy Bankhead, not just mom, gain my confidence again. And along with that, it's in large part because I've worked really hard on my health, mental health, and physical health, and that kind of stuff through exercise and nutrition and reading and stuff like that. So I want to pass that on to you. That's what's really kind of helped me pull myself out of that lurch. I don't know if you guys have ever felt like that. You can hit the heart or the thumb or whatever if you feel like you've been there too. But I just want to be honest with you, and I just want to tell you that it hasn't always been great for me. But there are things we can do. That's what I'm going to share with you right now is my 5 tips to start loving yourself. 5 ways to start loving yourself or build on loving yourself. So number 1 is take 30 minutes for yourself. And as moms, don't we feel like, oh my God, if I'm not doing something to serve my kids or serve my husband or whatever, then it's like I shouldn't be doing it. Do you guys feel like that? I mean, I definitely have, and sometimes I still do, but what I've realized is if I'm not taking some time for myself each day, I'm just not the best mom and wife and person and friend that I could be. And I want to be the best I can. And so if taking 30 minutes, whether that's reading a book, having a cup of coffee before the kids wake up, exercising, whatever that is for you, 30 minutes a day is not very much. And I think you'll find if you talk to your family about this, like, hey, I really need this, that they'll probably really want you to do that because they want the best of you too, right? Okay, number 2 is live in a state of gratitude. I've been working on this. I feel like I've pretty much always been a grateful person, but really actually being intentional about it. So in the morning when I wake up, before I get out of bed, I just sit and think about all the things that I'm thankful for, the things I'm grateful for. And there's a really cool app called 5-Minute Journal. And it's like a gratitude app. It's like a gratitude journal. And it's super fast. It just asks you 3 things you're grateful for that day. So I use that too. And 3 ways you're going to make this day great. And it just gets your mind thinking. And it just brings in a lot of love right away in the morning or anytime. But I like to start my day like that. So that app's really awesome. And then even if you like to write things down, write down 3 things each morning, or even before you go to bed, maybe it's 3 things you're grateful for that day. It really gets you moving in a positive direction. Exercise. So exercise is just super important for the endorphins and to feel that confidence about yourself. I know when I've always exercised. I've always liked that side of it. But I don't think I was pushing myself hard enough sometimes, or I wasn't being consistent at times. And once I really locked into being consistent with my exercising, like it really helped my mindset and my confidence. I'll just share with you guys, in like 2006, I had a really kind of a breakdown. It was depression and anxiety. It kind of all piled up, and I started antidepressants, which I'm all for. I'm all for antidepressants because I think mental illness deserves to be treated the same as physical illness, because there's something off and you need treatment. And if it's antidepressants, great. Take the antidepressants, right? So anyway, I was on antidepressants, and that definitely helped. And I was seeing a therapist too, and she said, so you can either run 5 miles a day, or you can stay on Prozac for the rest of your life. And I was like, well, I'll stay on Prozac because I'm not going to run 5 miles a day. What I learned later on, several years after this had happened, was when I got really consistent with my exercise and I found ways to incorporate more self-love, I didn't need the antidepressants. And there's nothing wrong with that. And I'm not saying like, okay, you do these 5 days and you're going to be off antidepressants. But for me, I just found that the exercise consistently was enough to help me to where I didn't need them anymore. So I'm not a doctor. I'm not telling you not to take them, whatever. I just wanted to share that story so you knew a little bit more. Number 4 is food. I feel like, our society is so like instant. Everything, we want it right now. We can't wait. We have no patience. We fast forward, we DVR, we fast forward the commercials. I mean, if there's a show on TV that we don't have recorded, like, it is so painful to sit through commercials, right? You guys, like, come on. Tell me I'm not alone here. It's so brutal to sit through commercials. We want instant gratification. So we rely on energy drinks and fast food and, just the quickest grabs and granola bars and stuff like that. And that stuff is not helping us. And it took me a long time to get to the point where I was working on the foods that I was eating. And I always tell people that I work with, start with what you can add, not what you have to take away. I feel like so many times we fail when we're trying to improve our nutrition or work on the foods that we eat. We fail because we feel like I can't have this, I can't have that. And it's so depressing. Like, it's such deprivation mindset. It's terrible, right? I mean, I went through that so many times. And I feel like if we just turn it around, so we're thinking about what we can add, what we can have. So maybe it's just adding an apple a day. Maybe it's adding greens to your smoothie in the morning. Maybe it's, having some baby carrots and almonds as a snack. Just adding, not taking away anything, not taking away pop yet or whatever. Think of it that way to start with, okay? Christina, thank you. You are so sweet. Love you, girl. Okay, this is number 5, and then I'll recap in case you just got on. So, number 5 is study. Okay, we're going to be talking more about that because I truly believe that we can't change anything until we change what's in our heads, what's between here. Because if we're feeling down and if we are thinking badly about ourselves, it just radiates into all other areas of our lives. And trust me, like, your kids are picking that up. People you work with are picking that up. If you don't like yourself, if you don't feel good about yourself, if you feel negative, if you feel down all the time, that's leaking into every other aspect of your life. So when I say study, it's reading books, listening to audiobooks on your drive to work. That's something like when I'm in the car, I have an audiobook on, or a podcast, or something that's like helping me be better in life, or better at my job, or a better friend, or a better wife, or whatever. Use that time. Even like today when I was getting ready, I had my phone on and I'm listening to this book right now, and I'll give you a few suggestions. It's called The Universe Has Your Back. It's by Gabrielle Bernstein, and I really am loving it. And maybe that kind of stuff's not your thing, like universe and spirituality. Like, I'm not like a religious person, but I believe in I believe in God, and I believe in a force bigger than ourselves. And I like to read about universe and like just that kind of power and impact it can have. It's just helped me. Maybe that's not your thing. That's okay. There's other books. There's The Champagne Diet is one of my favorites, and it's a quick read. It's by Cara Alwill Leyba. The Champagne Diet. She has a couple other ones. Fearless and Fabulous, Sparkle. She has one more, but I can't remember it right now. Hers are awesome. They're short reads, but they're just about like girl power, just loving yourself and taking care of yourself and what that gives to the world. Because the world wants you to be your best self. So those types of books. Did I say You Are a Badass? Oh, my all-time favorite. So that's number 5, is to study how you can keep working towards loving yourself more. Okay, so I'm just going to recap really quick and then give you a little assignment. Okay, so take 30 minutes a day for you. Live in a state of gratitude. Number 3 is exercise, especially if you can get outside and it's getting warmer. Hopefully it's warmer where you are. 4 is think about the food that you're eating. And 5 is to study. Now, what I want you to do is comment below 5 things. You all have 5 things that you love about yourself. Okay? Don't overthink it. What would someone else say? Maybe you can't see it, but like, what would your husband say? What would your mom say? What would your kids say? There's 5 things that you love about yourself in the comments below. And I'm going to be calling you out if you don't post those. So go ahead and post them. And then also post a picture of you, it can be with your family or whatever, that makes you feel good about yourself, that you really like. You're like, even if you have to start with, I don't look hideous in this. Because I know I've been there where I'm like, I can't even see a picture. All right, you guys, that's all for today. Thank you so much for jumping on here. I can't wait. I'll go live probably every day around this time, and I just can't wait. I want to get to know you, and I want to hear all about you guys. So post those below, okay? 5 things and a picture. Okay, bye. Have a great day.